Can you live a life like a TikTok NPC in Thailand for $1,000 a month? So with all this said, can you survive here on $1,000 a month? Now, I don't know about you, but at least for me, it seems like every single time I get on the internet nowadays, no matter what it is, no matter where it is, I see plenty of content about Thailand. I don't really think that's changing, but in one aspect, it for sure is. We've all seen the videos. Oh, check out my 12-cent lunch. Check out my $37 condo. Now with that situation paired with something that happened to me today, it got me thinking, what was my budget like when I got here and what is it like now and how has it changed? Is the rhetoric true? Do those places exist? Do those super cheap Michelin star meals exist in Thailand for 30 cents? Today we're talking about it, real budgets, what you can expect, what not to expect. You know, you're not dumb, let's do it. Now while I'm sitting here waiting for my 100% authentic Thailand cheeseburger, let's get into like some nitty gritty. Let's get into what I've learned, what's different now as opposed to when I first got here. And if I could change anything budget wise, how would I do it? Okay, first things first, I feel like this one's really important. So now that I've been in Thailand, as long as I have, I've gotten good at being on a budget. I figured out where the cheap food is, how to get the best deals on stuff, right? And that kind of comes with the territory when you're moving to a new place. One, take it with a grain of salt when you talk to somebody that's been in Thailand for 20 years and they're like, oh, well, I spend $1,500 a month, so I'm super comfortable. It probably took them some time to figure out how to do that. So it's not very safe to assume your first month here, you're gonna be able to be on that same budget and be at the, you know, same level of comfort. So with that said, when you're first getting ready to come here, it's a good idea to plan for a little bit extra. Now, if you're making like $5,000, $6,000, $7,000 a month or more, most of this video is not really going to pertain to you. It's mostly for people that are going to be on a bit of a tighter budget. So if you are on one of those budgets, make sure you allot for a little bit more than you're planning on spending. You ever just say a whole paragraph and then realize you had no idea what you're saying? Now, Thailand, just like anywhere else, you're gonna have unforeseen expenditures. Like myself, for example, I had a $200 one today that was, I didn't think it was gonna be that bad, but it's something you have to do. And $200 is not a lot of money in America. And I mean, it's not a lot of money in Thailand, but $200 will take you a lot farther in Thailand. And since you are gonna be in a new place, like we've talked about a little bit before, things are gonna be different, systems, time frames. So there are gonna be things that for sure come up that you didn't plan for, or maybe you didn't plan to have to do in that time frame. Like the thing I had to do today for $200 goddamn dollars. I knew I was gonna have to do it, but I didn't think it was gonna be for like another 8 years. But you know, it's fine, because I love just handing out money to the, you know, US government. Now, something that we've talked about a bit before, but I just kind of, I want to harp on it because most of the people that I see come to Thailand and develop some type of money problems is because of this reason. And that is, if you're gonna be on a pretty tight budget, you really need to choose what's important to you for your level of comfort. If you're the type of person that needs to go out and, you know, go to restaurants or, you know, just be out and about to relax and have some fun, if you want to do that a lot, you're going to have to take away from something else. I had a friend here recently who just wanted to pay for condos that were a bit out of his means, and he was never really in them anyway. So to me, that seems like kind of a waste of money, but some people want a really nice place to live and they'll sacrifice other things. So you need to just really be honest with yourself about what those things are and how much you're willing to sacrifice from one to the other. You can be here on $1,500 a month and go out and party pretty frequently, like multiple times a week, but you're gonna have to live in a 5,000 baht per month condo, which it'll have a roof, it'll have running water, but it is not gonna be particularly nice, let's just say that. Now, this may come as a shock to some, others not so much, because it just goes with the trend of kind of all of the internet. I will tell you right now, at least when it comes to Thailand, especially on Instagram and TikTok, the short form platforms, I see videos all the time of people like, oh, come check out my $150 a month condo, or come with me to a $20 dinner in Thailand. And I'll tell you, not all of them, let's say 50%. I'll say 50%, and that's being generous. 50% of those videos, I'll tell you right now, are just cap. It's a lie. I've seen multiple hotels, restaurants, condos that I have looked at or been in personally, so I know how much they cost, and they are not what those people are putting in their videos. The age-old rule reigns true. If it seems too good to be true, it probably is. Now, when people like myself tell you that, let's just use food, for example. Food in Thailand is cheap. Yes, if you're at places like this, if you pay attention to where Thais are going, you go to places like this, smaller Thai-owned restaurants, those places are gonna be cheaper. But don't think you can go and get like a 5-star, Michelin rated meal in Thailand for 300 baht. That's just not true. And the same thing comes with the condos. Yes, you could totally get a $200 a month condo here, but it's gonna be a place like mine. It's gonna have everything you need, but it's not gonna have infinity pools on the roof and 3 different gyms and private security walking to your room and tucking you in at night. Come on, guys. So with all this said, can you survive here on $1,000 a month? Yes, absolutely. If you guys go back and watch some of my older videos, I had some months where I really had to budget down, and I've gotten to less than $1,000 a month. Like I've said before, for me, having a month or 2 or even 3 like that, I can deal with, knowing the fact that I'm working and I have the opportunity to get more than that. Say maybe you're an older guy, maybe you got piped on your pension like a lot of people are nowadays. Let's say you've got $1,200 a month and you want to come to Thailand. Can you come here and survive on that? Yes, but when you factor in all the things we talked about today, costs coming up, God forbid you're older and you have any health issues or younger health issues, period. Things like that are what make the, realistically sub $2,000 a month budgets. Things like that are what make those hard. When it comes to just your normal bills, day-to-day living, that situation, it's relatively easy to have that money squared away. And that is great. I know a lot of people right now in the world are struggling with doing just that. Having that is peace of mind, but at the same time, there are gonna be situations if you are on a tight budget like that, and it's gonna be very hard if you haven't planned accordingly. So what's the golden number? How much do you need to have per month in Thailand to hopefully save some money, pay all your bills, cover all the things we've talked about today, and still be able to do the things you want to do? If you've watched the channel long enough, you might feel like I always dance around this question or I don't answer it, and frankly, you'd be right. But that's for a very specific reason, okay? Everybody is different. I will tell you right now what I need to be chilling and to do the things I want to do and be comfortable might be far lower than what you need, or it might be far higher. The things that I think are important and the things that keep me from wanting to, dive headfirst into the shallow end are more than likely different than yours. So, ballpark, where could I put it? I would say $2,500 a month. $2,500 a month, I feel like it's the one that bridges both sides well enough. It'll be more than enough for the people who live a little bit slower, and it'll dip in fast enough that as long as you're not a complete degenerate and I'm telling you, full blown at the club almost every single night, buying bottles, blah, blah, blah. If you don't party, that number comes down significantly. Even down to 2,000. If you're realistic, you get a modest place to live. You could put away $200-300 a month for your safety fund. That should cover your visas. You'll have enough to eat as long as you're keeping your ass out of the steakhouse, eating realistic food at realistic prices. 2,000. I'm saying it. You can put the Tempus TV stamp on it. That's where I'm gonna be. Can you live a life like a TikTok NPC in Thailand for $1,000 a month? No. Can you live here? Live. Yes, but that term is very broad and is gray on both ends. Your idea of living might be far different than mine. Okay, well, I'm gonna get my food and then I'm gonna go home and post some feet pics online. hopefully sell a few of those, get that 200 bucks back. But thank you for watching. If you have any financial advice, any, red flags, things not to do, things that you feel like are really important for people coming to Thailand, feel free, drop them down in the comments below. It's always an open discussion. I hope all you guys have a great day. Catch you in the next one.